Hi students, this is Viswanath Chemistry faculty for NEET and IIT exams. See the next topic, Graham's law of diffusion. Actually, this topic is not given in the NCERT textbook, but there is a chance to ask questions in NEET and IIT exam. So learn carefully. This law was proposed by scientist Graham. The statement is, at constant temperature and pressure, the rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density or square root of its molecular weight or square root of its vapor density. So rate of diffusion is represented by the symbol R, is inversely proportional to 1 by square root of density D, 1 by root D, that equal to R equal to K divided by square root of D. Here K is constant. Okay. Density, vapor density, molar mass of a substance are directly proportional to one another. So rate of diffusion R equal to K by root D, that equal to K by root M. M means molar mass, that equal to K by root of Vd. Vd means vapor density. Okay. Now see the diffusion. What is meant by diffusion? The process of intermixing of molecules of two different substances is called diffusion. The process of intermixing of molecules of two different substances is called diffusion. So different substances molecules are mixed with each other. That process is called diffusion. Simple example is spreading of perfume in a closed room. Suppose a perfume bottle is open. A opened perfume bottle is kept at one corner of the room. After some time, we can observe its fragrant smell throughout the room. That means, meanwhile, what happened? The perfume molecules are mixed with the gaseous molecules present in that room. These two types of molecules are combined. That's why we can observe its smell in all parts of the room. So this type of intermixing is called diffusion. This diffusion, that means spreading of the molecules. This diffusion process can be observed in gaseous substances, liquids, also we can observe, or solid present in the liquid, also we can observe this diffusion process. So the spreading of this diffusion is called rate of diffusion. That means the speed of the diffusion. Rate of diffusion is nothing but speed of the diffusion is inversely proportional to square root of density of the substance. The given substance having more density, then rate of diffusion is less. Molecular mass is more, rate of diffusion is less. Vapor density is more, rate of diffusion is less. In this way, rate of diffusion is influenced by density, molar mass and vapor density. Next, say this. For two gases diffusing under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, the rate of diffusion is, okay, at the same temperature and pressure, two gases are diffusing. Then the rate of diffusion are related in this way. R1 by R2 equal to square root of D2 by D1, that equal to square root of VD2 by VD1, that equal to square root of M2 by M1. Here, vapor density and molecular weight, these two are related as vapor density equal to molecular weight divided by 2. Okay. Next, the rate of diffusion R may also be expressed as R equal to V by T. Here V is volume of the gas, T is time T. That means V volume of gas diffuses in time T. Same rate of diffusion we can express in terms of number of moles of the gas. R equal to N by T, where N moles of the gas diffuses in time T. And distance traveled by the gaseous molecules. Rate of diffusion R equal to D by T, where D is the distance traveled by the gas molecules in time t. Okay, at constant temperature, only temperature is constant, then rate of diffusion is directly proportional to pressure and inversely proportional to square root of molecular mass. From this we can write R equal to K into P by root M. Here P is pressure of the gas. Pressure is more, then rate of diffusion is also more. For two gases, rate of diffusion is R1 by R2 equal to, from this formula we can write this one, R1 by R2 equal to P1 by P2 into square root of M2 by M1. So say this, from this formula we can write R1 means V1 by T1, R2 means V2 by T2, then we can get this one, V1 by T1 into T2 by V2, that equal to this part, P1 by P2 into square root of M2 by M1. Okay, now say this, rate of diffusion R equal to V by T, and at constant temperature and pressure we can write this one, R1 by R2 equal to square root of M2 by M1. R means V by T, V means volume of the gas and T means time, so V1 by T1 into T2 by V2, that equal to M2 by M1. So in terms of number of moles, what is the formula? R equal to number of moles divided by T, time T. So N1 by T1 into T2 by N2, that equal to M2 by M1. Here number of moles formula, what is that? Weight of the gas by molar mass of the gas. So in terms of weight of the gas diffused, we can get the formula, N1 means W1 by capital M1, M1 molar mass of first gas into T1, N2 means weight of the gas second gas into its molar mass M2 into T2, that equal to this. From this W1 by T1 equal to into T2 by W2 equal to square root of M2 by M1. Simple. This side M2 M1, M2 divided by M1 we brought to right hand side, then we can get M1 by M2. So when this M1 goes under the root and M2 goes under the root, finally we can get this one, W1 by T1 into T2 by W2, that equal to square root of M1 by M2. Okay, so this formula is useful. Two different gases having different weights and diffuse two different time intervals in two different time intervals, then we can use this formula. Okay, next, at similar pressure, if gases are diffused at different temperatures, pressure is same but temperature is different for different gases, then rate of diffusion R1 by R2 equal to square root of T1 into M2 divided by T2 into M1. T1 temperature of the first gas, T2 temperature of the second gas, M2 means molar mass of second gas, M1 molar mass of the first gas. Okay, next, under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, if equal volumes of two gases diffuse, then understand carefully, similar conditions of temperature, pressure are same and volume also same, then rate of diffusion is R1 by R2 equal to T2 by T1. We know that R1 by R2 equal to square root of M2 by M1. By combining these two, we can get T2 by T1 equal to square root of M2 by M1. Okay, next, at similar conditions of temperature and pressure, weight of the gas diffused is related to its molecular mass as, so temperature same, pressure same, and weight is different for two different gases. Different gases means molar mass is also different, but here time is same, in the same time interval, if they diffuse, then we can get this relation W1 by W2 equal to square root of M1 by M2. Students, don't scare by seeing all these different types of formulae. Understand and remember carefully. By using these formulae, we can do numericals. Okay. Now see the numericals. 4 grams of sulfur dioxide gas diffuses from a container in 8 minutes. Mass of helium gas diffusing from the same container over the same time interval. So same container means volume same, time T also same. So here time interval for the first gas how much? 8 minutes. For the second gas also same 8 minutes. But only difference, mass is different. First gas is 4 grams. Second gas helium mass we should find out. So for this suitable formula, number of moles N1 by T1 into T2 by N2, that equal to square root of M2 by M1. Number of moles N equal to weight of the gas by molar mass. So by substituting this here, finally we can get this one, W1 by W2 equal to square root of M1 by M2. Because same time interval means T1 equal to T2. That's why we can get this formula. Okay. In the question they mentioned same time interval. So T1 equal to T2. Finally we have this. Now substitute in this weight of the gas SO2 4 divided by W2 weight of helium. We should find out square root of molar mass of M1. SO2 molar mass 64. Helium molar mass 4. Substitute these values, then we can get W2 helium mass, that is 1 gram. Okay, what is the option? Option B is the answer. Okay students, practice well. We'll meet in the next class.